The baby's cries pierced the silence of the empty road. Naomi stood frozen, her breath coming in sharp gasps as she clutched the tiny bundle to her chest. The cold night air beat at her skin, but it was nothing compared to the storm raging inside her. Her legs trembled as she crouched and placed the baby on the hard ground. The infant squirmed, tiny fists flailing, searching for warmth that Naomi could no longer give. "Forgive me," she whispered, her voice barely more than a breath. She knew she should run. If she hesitated, she would change her mind. But her feet refused to move. The baby's cries grew louder, slicing through the night, through her resolve. Tears streamed down her face as she forced herself to take a step back. Then another. And another. A rustling sound in the distance made her heart leap. Someone was coming. Panic surged through her. She turned and ran. She didn't look back. She couldn't. 10 years later. Naomi adjusted her apron and wiped her hands on a dish towel as she watched her husband, Daniel, reading the news on his phone. Their small bakery smelled of fresh bread and cinnamon, the morning rush just beginning. "That's a sad story," Daniel murmured, frowning at the screen. "What is?" Naomi asked, pouring coffee into a cup. "This girl, Zara. She was abandoned as a baby on the side of a road. She's 15 now and looking for her real mother." Naomi froze. The coffee sloshed over the rim of the cup, scalding her hand. "Are you okay?" Daniel looked up, concerned. She forced a nod. "Yeah. Just, the cup was hot." But her mind had already spiraled into panic. Zara. She didn't need to read the article to know. This was a child. The daughter she had abandoned all those years ago. Her stomach twisted as she read over Daniel's shoulder. Zara had been found by an elderly couple, raised with love but always feeling like something was missing. Now, with the help of social media, she was searching for the woman who had left her behind. "I just want to know why," Zara had said in an interview. Naomi's hands trembled. She had spent years bearing that night, convincing herself she had done what was best. But now, the past was clawing its way back. And it was asking for answers. For days, Naomi couldn't concentrate. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw Zara's face, so much like her own. The weight of the secret threatened to crush her. But just as she was gathering the courage to reach out, another twist shook her world. A woman named Linda had come forward, claiming to be Zara's birth mother. Naomi's heart stopped as she read the headline. Linda. She didn't recognize the name, but as she watched the interview on her phone, she felt sick. The woman was older, with tired eyes and a shaking voice. She painted a heartbreaking story, how she had been young and scared, how regret had eaten her alive every day since. And Zara believed her. The world believed her. Naomi's hands clenched into fists. This woman was lying. She hadn't been there on that cold night. She hadn't whispered "I'm sorry" before vanishing into the darkness. But Naomi had. And now, someone else was taking her place. Daniel noticed her change in behavior. "You've been distracted lately," he said one evening as they closed the bakery. "Is something wrong?" Naomi hesitated. The truth clawed at her throat, desperate to be set free. But if she told him, everything would unravel. He didn't know about her past. He didn't know about the baby she had left behind. So she forced a smile. Just tired. That night, she couldn't sleep. She thought about reaching out to Zara, but fear held her back. What if Zara hated her? What if she rejected her? What if she destroyed the life Naomi had built? But as she watched the girl's desperate search unfold online, she realized something. Zara didn't need a perfect mother. She didn't need a lie. She needed the truth. Naomi didn't come forward publicly. She wasn't ready for that. Instead, she found Zara's email and typed a message. Subject: the night you were left behind. Zara, I don't know if you will believe me, but I was the woman who left you that night. I don't have excuses, only regrets. If you want the truth, I am ready to tell you everything. But if you don't, I will understand. I just need you to know, I never stopped thinking about you. She hesitated, then pressed send. The next morning, she woke up to a single reply. Meet me. Naomi exhaled, her heart pounding. She had spent years running from the past. Now, it was time to face it.